On September 26, 1835, just 1 week before the Battle of Gonzales, 4 friends from San Antonio de Béxar met at a small cafe on the southeast corner of La Plaza de San Fernando. They gathered there on short notice to address a critical and urgent matter. It had become evident that a storm was on the horizon, a rebellion, and soon it would sweep through all of Texas. Welcome everyone to TBC History. I'm your host and Texas History Ambassador, Alex Andrew. Today we have to talk about the 4 young Tejanos from San Antonio de Béxar that became the founding members of the Tejano Volunteer Company and fought for Texas liberty during our Texas Revolution in this presentation entitled, Gone with the Wind. But first, let me welcome you if this is your first time on our TBC page. You're at the right place if you love Texas revolutionary history. We're glad you're here. So please hit the like and subscribe buttons and become part of our family. Additionally, if you don't want to miss out on any future videos, hit the bell notification button right now so you can catch all our stories. And finally, support our page and efforts by purchasing your copy of our book, Tejano Volunteer Company, Stories of Our Texas Revolution by J.L. Gonzalez, available on Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. Now let's get back to our presentation. The 4 young vaqueros who grew up in San Antonio met just a week before the skirmish at Gonzales because they were concerned about their futures and the future of Texas. Texas had been the home of their families for many generations. The young men at that cafe meeting were Juan Seguin Manuel Flores, Gregorio Esparza, and Antonio Cruz de Arocha. Manuel was the last to arrive, and as soon as he sat, the waiter brought 4 shot glasses and a bottle. The men took a shot and slowly put their shot glass down. Gregorio spoke first.
He estado diciendo durante años, desde la batalla de Velasco, que Texas se dirigía a una rebelión. Luego Santa Anna abolió la Constitución, y eso empeoró aún más las cosas. Así que ya saben cuál es mi posición sobre la independencia de Texas. Lo apoyo con todo en mí. Pero les pregunto, mis amigos, ¿estamos preparados para la tormenta que se avecina?
Tienes razón, Gregorio. No tenemos un ejército del que hablar, o cualquier medio de defensa real. Necesitamos un líder unificado y confiable. Esta rebelión va a estar aquí antes de que alguien se dé cuenta. Tenemos que prepararnos, y tenemos que hacerlo pronto. Podríamos perderlo todo de nuevo. ¿Recuerdas la batalla de Medina?
Yo era joven, pero recuerdo esa batalla. Y hay una razón por la que no decimos el nombre de esa batalla. También recuerdo escuchar los gritos de todas esas señoras que salían del interior de la quinta después de esa batalla.
Texas es nuestro hogar. Este lugar fue forjado fuera de la frontera por nuestros antepasados. San Antonio, el asentamiento más importante de Texas, es donde vivimos, donde nos veremos obligados a tomar nuestra posición. Y como decía Gregorio, ¿estamos preparados para lo que viene?
Texas es mi hogar. El único hogar que conozco. Era la casa de mi padre y la casa de su padre. Pero, caballeros, no tenemos elección. Texas será libre e independiente o moriremos en un combate glorioso.
A young Juan Seguin spoke those words, and the small group that evening agreed in solidarity. Then, after a few more shots, the group shook hands and hugged each other as brothers. This group of friends who grew up together and whose families had long-standing relations represented the original members of the Tejano Volunteer Company. These young men were the great hope of their generation. Their parents had groomed them to be the future owners and managers of their large familial and successful ranches. However, all that would have to wait because these young vaqueros would soon morph into revolutionaries in a rebellion against Mexico. And as rumors of rebellion started to become real in Texas in late August 1835, this group of 4 friends, concerned for the future of their families, businesses, and land, decided to immediately hold an urgent and important meeting and invite all young Tejanos in the local area. Their ultimate goal was to establish a local militia from San Antonio de Béxar to engage in the fight for freedom. That historic meeting was held at the Flores de Abrego Ranch near Floresville, a couple of days later on September 28th. Every eligible young and able man from Béxar, between 24 and 35 years of age, attended. History remembers that several attendees were younger than 20, like Carlos Espalier at 17. Almost all the families of San Antonio de Béxar had a representative at that meeting. In addition, many families had sons at that meeting, like the Diaz, Corbier, Hernandez, Herrera, and Los Soya families. History remembers that these young cowboys, future scouts, messengers, and fighters with the Tejano Volunteer Company would fight for Texas independence. The Tejano Volunteer Company would succeed in all its missions and, along with all the other Patriot militias, would eventually be part of a successful rebellion. Exactly 1 year later, in late September, Juan Sequin, Manuel Flores, and Antonio Cruz de Arocha again met at the same cafe in the Plaza de San Fernando. But unfortunately, many things had changed since that meeting 1 year before. They lost many friends during the fight for freedom, including a TVC founder, Gregorio Esparza, their childhood friend that fell at the Alamo. Still, Juan, Manuel, and Antonio survived the war to witness the birth of a new republic. Moreover, their militia, the Tejano Volunteer Company, became the most successful militia of the Texas Revolution. But, unfortunately, all of their sacrifices for their successes would come at a great cost to these young Tejanos, an end to their way of life. Thank you for being with us today and allowing us to bring you Gone with the Wind. I'm Alex Andrew with TVC History. Thanks for watching. And remember, Texas history, never forget.